They couldn't look away. Your light shattered their darkest fears. You looked like the ending they never wanted to write. Their hearts stumbled, seeing you alive without them. Your photo was a silent sermon they weren't ready to hear. They felt smaller, knowing you grew beyond their reach. Your peace mocked the chaos they caused. They wished your smile was theirs again. It never was. Their silence screamed louder than any message. They paused on your picture as if waiting for a miracle. You became their favorite ghost, haunting but beautiful. They swallowed regret like bitter medicine. Your eyes spoke truths they never dared to face. They wished to rewind, but you were already a new story. Their pride cracked under your undeniable glow. They froze, realizing they lost the best version of you. Your photo was a wound that refused to heal. They stared long enough to see their own broken reflection. You looked untouchable, and that terrified them. They hated the distance your smile created. Their breath caught in a memory they can't forget. They replayed your photo like a sacred chant. They're haunted by the person you became without them. Your image was a mirror to their deepest regrets. They couldn't scroll past your light. It was too far. Your photo revealed a freedom they tried to steal. They wished your picture was a lie. It wasn't. They missed you silently, as if the screen could hear them. Their heart shattered in pixelated silence. You looked like a promise they broke. They stared through your smile, searching for signs of pain. They felt the weight of every goodbye in your eyes. Your picture was a hymn to the love they lost. They wanted to message you, words trapped in their throat. They fell for your light again through a screen. They hid their tears behind a cold stare. You were the piece they destroyed but never replaced. They touched your photo like it held your soul. They realized their silence spoke volumes to your healing. You looked like the life they'll never have again. They mourned what you became without them. Your glow reminded them of everything they failed to give. They hated that you moved on so beautifully. They whispered your name to the void of their loneliness. Your photo was a prayer they forgot how to say. They replayed your smile, aching for what slipped away. They wanted to erase the pain, but you were already untouchable. They stared, knowing you no longer needed their love. You looked like the future they lost in their past. They craved your forgiveness, but feared it would never come. Their heart broke silently every time your photo appeared. You were the light that burned their shadows away. They longed to be part of your peace. Their pride screamed while their heart wept for you. You looked like the happiness they never believed in. They held on to your image like a secret they can't share. They wished your smile was a memory, not a moment. Your photo shattered every lie they told themselves. They loved you quietly, even when you forgot them. They felt lost in the glow of your healing. You became their lesson in love and loss. They stared, hoping to find the old you. There was none. Your photo was a poem their heart couldn't forget. They hated how good you looked without them. Their silence after seeing you was the loudest sound. They felt the weight of your absence in every pixel. Your smile was a challenge they couldn't meet. They wished they were the reason behind your happiness. They saw a life without them, and it scared them. Your photo was a wound they touched and couldn't heal. They remembered the warmth they lost forever. Your light blinded the darkness they hid in. They longed for the moments frozen in your photo. Your image was a ghost of a love they abandoned. They wanted to hate the photo, but it healed their heart. They saw the strength in your eyes and felt weak. Your photo was the last song they never finished singing. They felt the cold sting of their own mistakes. They stared, hoping your smile was a lie. They mourned the future you deserved but never got. Your photo held all the words they never said. They craved your touch. Now only pixels remain. They wished your healing was their salvation. They felt the emptiness behind your radiant smile. Your photo was a reminder of what love could have been. They stared through the screen, searching for a trace of them. You looked like freedom, something they could never give. They felt the ache of lost chances in your eyes. Your photo was the proof they weren't enough. They longed for your forgiveness more than they'd admit. They felt smaller, knowing you grew beyond their reach. You looked like a dream they let slip away. Their heart whispered your name through the silence. Your photo was a beacon in their storm of regret. They stared, knowing you moved on without looking back. They felt the loss of a love they never deserved. My dear, they zoomed in on your smile like it was a secret only their soul remembered. They stared at your photo like it hurt, and they liked the pain. They saved your picture in silence, pretending they're over you. Your photo cracked their mask. They're not as healed as they act. They whispered your name to the screen, like you were still theirs. One look at your photo, and their world paused in regret. They stopped breathing, like your beauty punished them. They didn't just miss you, they mourned you. Your glow made their pride collapse in shame. They smiled, but only to hide the ache you still own. Their friends saw the picture. Now they're asking if they messed up. They didn't double tap. They stared for hours. Your picture reminded them what peace used to feel like. You became their favorite what if in high resolution. They showed your photo to someone and lied. They flinched. Your face carries all the love they couldn't return. They laughed. but their eyes didn't follow. Your photo made them jealous of the life you built without them. They tried to look away, but your light haunted them. They hate how good you look without them. They stared like the screen could forgive their silence. One picture, that's all it took to break their walls. They remembered every kiss and hated themselves for it. You didn't just look stunning, you looked healed. They studied your joy like a poem they never deserved. Your beauty felt like betrayal to the person who let you go. They paused the world just to feel you again. You looked divine, and they knew they were damned. They saw the photo and begged the universe for one more chance. Your photo spoke louder than their apology ever could. They sent it to a friend, asking, "Why did I lose this?" The silence after seeing your picture said everything. They remembered the way your skin felt, just from a screen. You became the mirror to their regret. Your photo hurt them in ways you'll never see. They touched the screen like it still carried your warmth. Your peace disturbed their demons. They saw you glowing and realized they never added to your light. You looked too powerful. That's what terrified them. They watched in awe and shame. They wanted to message you. They didn't. They gasped, then swallowed the words they couldn't say. You looked like a chapter they closed too soon. They felt holy guilt because your photo baptized their regrets. You smiled like someone who survived a storm they started. They thought they'd moved on until they saw you. You wore your healing like a crown. They whispered, "What have I done?" You were too radiant to be forgotten. They couldn't stop looking, and that's what broke them. You became their favorite punishment. They remembered your scent from a photo. Your beauty made them feel small again. You looked expensive in peace. They saw your photo and flinched at what they lost. They stared like a starving man at a feast. Your smile mocked their decisions. They blinked, hoping the ache would pass. It didn't. Your glow embarrassed their ego. They played tough. But the photo cracked them. You looked like a blessing they rejected. They wished they could unsee it because they're still not over you. They fell in love again in silence. They said nothing, but their heart screamed. Your face brought back memories they buried. They stared like they saw a ghost of their favorite person. They prayed it was a filter. It wasn't. You looked too good to be theirs again. They imagined sending a text and deleted it. They stopped scrolling because no one ever replaced you. You looked like a miracle they failed to believe in. They turned off their phone, but not the pain. You weren't just attractive, you were unforgettable. They saw the photo and felt the weight of every unsent message. You became their proof that time doesn't heal everything. They tried to move on, but your photo moved them back. You didn't post for them, but it hit them anyway. They still love you. The photo reminded them you looked like heaven, and they knew they belonged in hell. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. They saw a glow they never gave you. You became untouchable the moment they let you go. They cried quietly. They wanted to hate the photo, but it healed them. They wish they could unlove you. They can't. Your beauty reminded them they're no longer welcome. They zoomed in, not on your face, but your peace. They saw the person you became and hated their own version of you. Your picture made them relive every silent goodbye. They realized too late you weren't replaceable. They remembered how you made them feel just from your eyes. They stared long enough to forget who they're with now. They missed your chaos. Even that was beautiful. They smiled at the photo, then cried when it vanished. Your confidence looked lethal,